Hello, this is Group 10 submission for the final video project in game testing. For Group Assignment 5, we tested Eternity: The Last Unicorn by 1C Entertainment as the bad game. And for Group Assignment 6, we tested Legend of Grimrock 2 by Almost Human Games as the good game. The similarity between them is that they are both indie fantasy games that emphasize exploration, and the difference between them is that Eternity: The Last Unicorn is meant to be more of a hack-and-slash adventure RPG, similar to Skyrim, while Legend of Grimrock 2 is a dungeon crawler that uses pen and paper aspects similar to D&D, where the player is expected to create their own party by choosing their classes, traits, skills, and race. Eternity: The Last Unicorn had a Metacritic score of 39 on the PC, while Legend of Grimrock 2 had a Metacritic score of 85 on the PC. For an indie game, we found that Eternity: The Last Unicorn, while visually impressive, kind of sucked. The camera angles and combat mechanics made progressing through the levels feel clunky and unfinished and unpolished. Combat was basically just button mashing your way to victory, and you could even insta-kill some enemies without any real effort. Plus, we immediately ran into some major bugs from the beginning of the game, where we couldn't even open some of the chests, leaving the collectible items inaccessible. So, we didn't really find anything interesting in Eternity: The Last Unicorn because it just wasn't an interesting game. It could have been interesting because apparently the storyline was based off of Norse mythology, but the gameplay doesn't really give incentive to explore that storyline. Legend of Grimrock 2, on the other hand, was significantly better in terms of quality. We only encountered a single bug, and that was that the lag affected the loading of the introduction cutscene in the Windows 10 recording software, but if I wasn't recording, I probably wouldn't have even noticed. And some interesting things about Legend of Grimrock 2 is that it was more interactable than any other fantasy RPGs I played. In fantasy RPGs like Skyrim, Dragon Age, and Kingdoms of Amalur, the gameplay is mostly just fighting your way through the world while following a quest marker. In Legend of Grimrock 2, however, the player is actually expected to interact with the environment using items they find to proceed, which is why in the first minute of the game you'll immediately see me hopelessly trying to get out of the cage, wondering what button I'm supposed to click on to escape. I didn't know that the solution was for me to actually pick up the wooden stick, equip it, and then have my character attack it until it opened. So that was what we found to be interesting in our two games that we tested for this assignment.